I still remember the day I stopped believing in miracles. It was 6 years ago, in a hospital hallway that smelled like bleach and broken dreams. They told me my 5-year-old son, Ethan, didn't make it. I collapsed right there, screaming without sound, while the world kept moving around me. That was the day I became invisible. But this story isn't about that crash. It's about the day a little girl found me behind a marble column in a Manhattan skyscraper and gave me a reason to breathe again. You're watching from your city right now. Drop it in the comments so I know who's here with me. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell because what I'm about to tell you actually happened. And it started with a teddy bear I sewed from an old sweater. His name was Jordan Blackwell. That's me. 38, silver in my hair before its time. Every morning at 5:30 a.m., I shut off the alarm in my tiny Queens apartment and walked to the empty room next door. There's a single bed no one sleeps in, a desk with dust on it, and walls covered with photos of a blond boy grinning like the world would never hurt him. I touch the biggest picture and whisper, "Good morning, buddy." Because Ethan is still 5 in every frame. 6 years ago, our Brooklyn home was full of Lego castles and bedtime stories about rabbits that never gave up. I was a preschool teacher. My wife Sarah was a nurse. Life was simple, loud, perfect. Then, one phone call. Sarah driving Ethan home from school. A truck. Metal twisting. I ran to the hospital like a madman. The doctor's eyes said it before his mouth did. Ethan was gone. Sarah survived the crash, but not the guilt. 6 months later, she left a note. "I can't live with this. I'm sorry." She vanished. I sold everything, quit teaching, couldn't look at another child without seeing Ethan, and became a janitor. No one notices the janitor. That's what I wanted. Until the 30th floor of Pierce Global Dynamics. Glass walls, cold light. A little girl named Isabel Pierce, curled behind a marble column, knees to chest, tears silent but endless. 7 years old. Her daddy's plane fell from the sky 3 months earlier. 8 nannies quit, 9 therapists failed. She screamed at kindness, locked her heart behind walls no one could climb. That Thursday, I was mopping near the elevators when her sob cut through the hum of the air conditioner. It wasn't loud. It was the sound of a soul cracking open. I set the mop aside and walked over, knelt 3 steps away. From my pocket, I pulled a teddy bear I'd sewn the night before. Brown scrap, one ear too big, button eyes uneven. I placed it on the floor between us. No words, just waited. Isabel peeked out. Her tiny hand shook as she reached. She hugged the bear. The crying stopped. For the first time in 3 months, silence felt like hope. Upstairs, Eleanor Pierce, CEO, Billionaire, unbreakable, watched the security feed on loop. Tears fell onto her keyboard. She runs empires, but couldn't reach her own daughter. She demanded my file, learned about Ethan, about Sarah, about the toys I make every night so my son still feels close. And now, I was giving them to a little girl who needed them more. The next day, Isabel walked out of her private room, clutching that bear. She took the stairs, elevators still terrified her, and found me in the downstairs lounge. I placed a bottle cap on the floor. Once upon a time, there was a tiny cap everyone threw away. Her voice, rough from disuse, whispered, "What secret did it know?" My heart shattered and rebuilt in the same breath. Its worth is how it sees itself. Every day at 3 p.m. she came. Office workers paused, smiled, kept walking. Cafe manager Rosa left hot chocolate. Para la niña. I told stories from spoons, paper cups, cleaning rags. One afternoon, a turtle that couldn't swim. Isabel asked, "Why?" It was afraid.
So what did it do? It learned to walk on the ocean floor, rested in air bubble caves, lived with its fear. She whispered, "I'm that turtle." I looked into her eyes. So am I. The boardroom exploded. "He's a janitor, liability." Eleanor's voice sliced through. "He made my daughter smile. Anyone who disagrees can leave." Silence. She won. Headlines screamed. Police showed up. Isabel clung to my hand. "Don't let them take you like Daddy." Eleanor stepped between us and the officers. "Over my dead body." Then Isabel vanished. 10 p.m. panic call. I knew where she'd go. The old abandoned Pierce headquarters, where Richard's memories lived. 5th floor. Faint flashlight glow. She sat curled in the corner, cheeks streaked. "I just wanted to find Daddy." I knelt, pulled her close. "He's in your eyes, kiddo. Every time you look in the mirror, he's right there." She buried her face in my shoulder. Eleanor burst in, dropped to her knees, wrapped us both. 3 broken hearts, 1 beat. At the press conference, Eleanor faced the world. "My daughter is safer than ever, not because he has a certificate, but because he has a heart." She launched Ethan's Light. I refused to lead. "I'm not a leader." She smiled. "Then we'll learn together." I agreed only if it carried my son's name. 1 year later, 30 cities, warm rooms, handmade toys, kids laughing. Anniversary stage, my hands shook. Love doesn't end, it changes form. Ethan's in every story, every smile. Applause. Isabel ran up, hugged me. Rooftop night. "Billionaire, we're family." I blinked. I was afraid of losing again. She squeezed my hand. "Then we'll be afraid together." Sunday morning, Central Park. Isabel on the swing, laughter rising. Eleanor watches, tears of joy. Our photo album, Ethan grimming, Isabel's hair in the wind, 1 shot of the 3 of us. On Isabel's wall, Richard, Eleanor, Isabel, me, and little Ethan holding my hand so he wouldn't feel lonely. Ethan's Light helps over 5,000 kids now. I'm no longer invisible. I'm a father by heart. Miracles don't come from experts. They come from ordinary people who sit in the dark with you and simply stay.